Victoria's famed Golden City, Ballarat, a part of the national network of ABC television.
Hello everyone, I think I've got this sorted out for once. Let's just hope the power doesn't go off like yesterday. Okay, as usual I've got a mouthful of food, but we've got a blue Phillips cap there, and over here is a transistor. And I believe a 547, a modern one, is the equivalent, or will work. And I think I've got some 547s. That's a 548. This is a LM239. I didn't realise I had that up there. 239. I didn't realise I had that up there. What's this one? Another one of those. LM239. This one has been used, won't touch that one. LM335 and another LM336. Okay, so I need to find my transistor box with all the transistors in it. You can buy packs of 100 transistors at Electronics, just cheap basic ones I guess, so they're not expensive. Now where did I put those? Is that it? Yeah, 548, just check on here. 547. Well, that's not very good, is it? 547, according to Google AI. What a 548. Yeah, so this is the kit. Thought I had 547s in here. 557s. Yeah, okay. So we'll pull that out anyway and we'll test it. And I'll see if, well, I'm doing an order at the moment for Mauser again. I'm just going to see if they are any better this order. Otherwise I'll go back to DigiKey. Thought I'd logged into here. Doesn't matter. You can still change the cameras with the Stream Deck without the laptop being on or logged in. But yeah, so let's get this transistor and this capacitor out and change this capacitor. We'll do that first. Now, I'm a little bit early today. I was going to do this morning. We'll start on another radio after this. So, if we can get this one going, that is. Yeah, that's that one and that one. I don't think that transistor was all that healthy anyway, given the low output from it. So it'll be that one and yeah, in here. Okay. Knock the torch over. I'm not going to do this one, so it's a little bit too dead, and I don't know what these orange capacitors are. They've got some visible writing on them. I can't move them. Oh no. 20 microfarads. Okay. Well, there's only 3 in here. I'm assuming they're electrolytics. Actually, there's that green one as well, isn't there? Under this wire. So this might be a simple one to do as well. I won't bore you with that. Okay. Now, that one and that one. See if we can use the solder sucker, or gun, I should say. I was looking at the sucker on there. So we'll do this. Is this warmed up? No. This takes quite a while to warm up. There it goes. That's sort of done something. It's amazing what fresh solder does. The old stuff they used just won't melt. Yeah, I'll try and get this out. Can we wiggle it? Maybe. I'm sort of working in here most days, but I just don't live stream. Otherwise, that would be terribly boring. Yeah, do the other one first. Now that lead got extremely hot all of a sudden. Now it's quite a warm day here. It's about 33 at the moment. Went for a nice drive this morning. I can't actually get that to move. Going to have to clean this up. So it might get hot in here and I'll have to give up. Hence starting this at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Not exactly 2 o'clock, but push this down, yep. And okay. Now, is this going to come out easily? I meant to pick up my other pliers, small ones. Okay. Leave that out with a screwdriver, I think. We're getting my head in the way. Right. Yep. And the other one should come out. Should have come out by now. Right. I don't know whether I can get it out. That side's out, and they seem to have a little tiny bit of mushrooming on the end of the leads. Must have been what they cut them with. So this is another 32 at 10 volts. Very odd. 32, isn't it? Right, is this the 33s? I think it is. Yep. And negative this way. Come on, in you go. These are really tiny holes on this. The components just don't want to go down it. Right. Okay. Looks good. Actually, that doesn't look like it's soldered in. Right. So much muck on stuff on this. Yeah. Right. I'm not expecting it to work in any shape or form, but there goes. Well, it'll make a clicking noise and that'll be about it. Yeah. Yeah. It's getting power in, but no cigar. Right. The next thing will be to have a look at this transistor. It doesn't look very healthy at all. Yeah. So I'll make a mark. Where's my pen? My texter, as we used to call it. I don't think you can buy texters anymore. You know, they were short things, and they were quite fat. Where's a marker pen? Go over here. Right. So let's mark this. So the flat side is facing that way, and we've got a mark there. So that should be good to put back in. Just disconnect this battery again. And I'm going to trim back those leads before they catch on something. Yeah. Good. Right. Okay. So it is yeah. So it's these three here. Not that you can see that. We'll get a majority of the stuff off it. Sounds blocked again. Now that just sucked around 3 other components, but not around the transistor lead. Very bizarre. Sounds blocked again. It's actually looking as it should have looked. So we'll do... Right, that's good. Good enough for Australia. And I'll clean it up with this. Yeah. Yes, it's an AS313 if you want to look up the equivalent. And this one. Don't stick over there. Yep. Good. Now I should be able to get our transistor out if I've unsoldered the right things. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and get my little other pliers. Okay, I'll be back into shakes of alarms. What's it? Right. There we go. Now, right, so if we put our component tester on it, and stay on there. Okay, now let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's a diode. I think, yeah. Reading as a diode. Try again. Yeah, diode. There's the light, so you can read this. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing more on that. And right. So that is dead. Now, if we chuck in some sort of transistor, maybe. What are these ones down here? These are the 548s. Don't think these are going to work somehow, but you never know. I suspect that they are one's PNP and the other one is NPN. Is that? Yeah, there we go. Now, because I don't have a good one of these, I don't know what the pin out is. So, what I might do is just stick this in here and turn it on, and we'll see if we get anything. Contact those. Right. Battery. That's not very tight. Close these up a little bit, make better contact. I'm making clicking noises still. Here it is. These are pretty robust, these things. Don't have to worry about them too much, but no. turn it around and bend this one forward. No. Bit fiddly this, but yeah. All right. And it could be this output transistor. Oh, gee, that's hot. That is really hot again. Why is that one getting so hot? They're not hot. Right. Yeah. I'm going to have to get was it an 847 or something? 547. I'll get a few of those in the next order. And I'll also get, what's this one? Can't see the, an AS128. So it shouldn't be getting hot like that. There's going to be some other short in it. Yeah, I'm really going to have to clean this up. And that's not shorted, is it? Yes, my eyes are getting itchy again. So, right, let's check the continuity. Where did I see that? That one, and it's not shorted. That's not shorted. That's definitely not shorted. It should have continuity on it. It's got so much muck on it. Well, that's interesting. That is, oh no, it's not, sorry. That should definitely have continuity on it. Yeah. That's all right. Why is that? Why is it so? It's bare copper and it's still not. Yeah. Okay. And where's that transistor? It was getting really hot over here. Yeah, I'm really going to have to scrub this board down, I think. It's not making good contact anywhere. Right. Okay. Right, we'll put this back in its case. And I'll put this aside when I'll do the order. Finish that order off in the next couple of days after I've assessed everything. I'm also looking at a couple of amplifiers which have come in. Yeah, that. I'm going to put the tested, I'll put it back over here, yeah. Just going to test this just out of curiosity, see if I've blown this one up. Come on. That's it. That's better. Right. That was a fiddle for some stupid reason. Yeah. That is fine. Right, I'll have a look at that. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Yeah. It's an NPN transistor. These transistor packs are really good for doing cheap rate, well, not cheap, so cheap, but these little transistor radios. Caltex plastic. Interesting. Right, NPN on this. Good. Right. Let's clear all the decks. And we'll do our why does everything always get caught up in everything else? We'll do our little capacitor bingo. So this is a 32. 32. If you want to put what you think it is in the chat, that would be interesting. I'll give you 30 seconds while I go and get another radio or another pair of radios so I know what I'm going to have a look at. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. All done your guesses. Right. Okay, let's do it. So, sure you don't want to do guesses. Remember, it's a 32 microfarad. There is a few people in. Maybe they're just watching it work and they can't actually do things. Yeah. So this one, why did I take my glasses off? Is a 47 or 48, close enough. 2.5 ohms ESR. So that is dead. I'm pretty sure all of these capacitors were dead. And it's another 32, and it's almost the same. So that's 46. Expect lots of sneezes this afternoon. And remember, these have been heated up too, so heating reforms them. A little bit anyway. I mean, it doesn't do long-term fix for them, but it does alter them. And this one is an ulnar. It's a 4.7. Ooh. Nothing. Not measured. Greater than 40 ohms. Actually, that one's not too bad. Although the ESR is pretty high. So that's 6.7, or close enough to 7. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, okay. So we'll chuck all these in the bin where they belong. So that's all the caps out of it. And we'll put all these little bits and pieces with the radio. And I'll have a look at that in the morning or later this afternoon. That and oh, I didn't eat those plums from yesterday. Thought I could start to smell them. So they were pretty ripe when I picked them. Right, that's all the little bits. Okay. Now I've got 2 of these. So I'll just go to the other. Oh, got hiccups now. Excuse me. Okay. And yeah. Is that not working? Is that, no, it's interesting. And turn that off and on again. There we go. Okay. Right. Bit of a funny angle, but and that is really hot already, that camera. I thought, yeah. Right. So we've got 2 of these national Panasonic transistor radios, the 2-band ones. And they're both in poor condition. So this one has a big hole in the top of it here. They're T63T models, and you can see the big gaping hole in this one, and it's cracked up here, and another piece of plastic just peeled off. I've got local DX, and that is rock solid, not moving at all. And this is turning off, it's making funny noises. We've got DC in, and we've got, is that an earphone or, yeah, That bottom one's an earphone and the other one's a speaker. Well, 1 and 2, so maybe you can have 2 earphones in it. We've got the band switch here. The tuning works. And yeah. And this one, you can see this is broken off. And looks like it was taped in place. Now, I picked these up at a junk sale with the HRSA. Yeah, this one's much worse. Yeah, this one, the case, yeah, as you can see, they were both $1 for both of them, I think. Had these for quite a number of years. And we'll try and get this strap out for what it's worth. So that strap isn't too bad. And this has got the switch there for the band. And the tuning, yeah, the tuning works. You can't get to the... yeah. And everything's loose in there. So the idea is to just make one good one out of the pair. And what are we going to find in here? Oh, yuck. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah. So we've got that. Little bits of the case there. Got that. It's interesting. That screws into that. And that screws, yeah. That's very odd. Let's have a look at the other one. That is loose anyway. This will come out. And oh, I see. Yep. Okay, this is this back, which looks salvageable actually. That looks pretty good. No cracks or anything like that in it. So actually the other one is just as good as well. Ooh, got a bit of newspaper in here. Herald, Thursday 7th of June 1979. And we've got the battery tube. So the battery terminals look okay on this one. But this has had a replacement speaker in it. It's got a roller, and these didn't come with a roller. Roller was the Australian company. And we've got a piece of plastic. I wonder if that's... Oh, we've got this piece. How useful. Yeah, that's an easy fix for that. So we won't lose that. And the boards look much of a muchness. This one's slightly cleaner. It's got less cobwebs, that's for sure. And yeah, this one's got this speaker in it. So let's check the speaker. That's broken off. It's all rusty anyway. Got that bit. Just probably come from down there. Yeah, this one's all taped up. Right. Yep, we've got continuity through that speaker. So that speaker is going to go into this radio. Neither of the aerials are any good though. This case has had it. Yeah, okay. Now, are these C cells or D cells? I feel like D cells. So that's quite tight. Yeah, it's got a resistor on there. Probably to match the impedance, speaker impedance. I'm sure this one will work. Yep, got continuity in there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 capacitors or electrolytics. Yeah, okay. And right. Now let's see if these will go into here without breaking this. Yep. Seems a bit, well, maybe not. Yeah, I think these are, no. I was going to say this looks like C cells, but this is going in okay. Yeah, no, that's G cell holder, 3 of them. Best before. Sounds like yogurt or something. Although, no, takes 4 C cells. Never seen a national, oh maybe I have. Not from this era, but they all took D's. Got to reassemble that Sony too. That odd looking thing. It's running quite well off of AC. But I've got to put it all back together again. So let's have a look for some C cells. Where are my C cells? They were down there, but they're not now. Removing them. No. More D cells. Double A's, triple A's, from Target to the C cells, knobs. Odd USB cables for off cameras and things. Old power ones. I've got. This doesn't feel like. No. In camera leads. Back on. On. There we go. All right. So looks like the power supply. I might have deemed them too drained and threw them out. What's in this one? Got the newer version of these radios. No, and they've got D cells in them. Yeah, okay. Right. Now, gotta get into here. Right. Now we've got to put this right down to 6 volts, not 9. And put our current down. Assume this is 6 volts. Voltage. And current. 0.5. Yeah. Okay. Now, such a mess. Spend about 20 minutes making doing a radio, and then the whole bench is a mess. Okay, so here goes nothing. And there is nothing. And which is the volume control here. And we've got noise. Says use any 1.5 volt flashlight batteries. I think they mean for C cells. Now that is rock solid, that switch. And this one is not much better. So let's spray these switches down here. This is our DX local one. We've got a big capacitor under there. Matsushita capacitors. Put that in there. Now, right, get some spray. Have to be very careful with this. We'll just check it on this one. Yeah, oh yeah. No, that's all gone horrible. We might use this one. That's yeah. I'll try it on this one. It looks all right. How am I going to get in there? Change the straw. At least that one came with a straw. And it is good stuff, but you just can't get it on plastic. This is not so good, and Bunnings refuse to sell straws. And I've just broken the switch off. Well, that's not very good, is it? That didn't take much force at all. So there's a ball bearing in there too. Wow, they really did things properly back then. Let's see if we can move that with the, we'll get the ball bearing out. And we'll put that over here somewhere where we'll lose it. Let's put it in here. Okay. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Let's see if we can move the switch. Yeah, that's all loose now. Down position. And it's only drawing 0.0007 amps. It goes to 10 milliamps and then it drops right down. Yeah, 30 milliamps. Let's clean the volume pot. How do we do that? We can't get in there. Get in here. Well, that's cleaned it up a bit. Now I'll try the band switch. It's on medium wave, but I'll try the racing station. It's up here.
Away here by 1.5 meters. Evan John Vincent on the outside. Rupert Ross needs to lift along the inside.
Yep.
Out wider, making ground. Cappy's free was nicely spoken. Cappy's free, lifting in the centre. Goes to the top over Lochinvar Camaro.
That's enough of him. Now, is that a tone control down there? Shall we turn this on?
Victor Harbour, the fourth event. They've jumped at the Sapphire Coast. They're at the halfway point. Let's pick up the call. The side of the track, and they are racing in pairs almost now. Down past the 800 of Leamina Avenue, slamming the brakes on mid-race, led the way from Hardly Fortunate.
That switch does nothing.
And Too Darn Sassy is last of all, so the outsider of the field's the one they have to beat in front.
It's not very loud, and I expected it to be much louder. Okay, we'll try the other one and see if that's any better, although I'm going to recap this one, you know, change a few things over. So turn this power off. Obviously, no, this switch is broken as well. That's interesting. And this doesn't have the capacitor on it. Interesting. There's little revisions they did over time with these models. Yeah. Okay. So and where have we got a clean bit on this? This is all rusty. There's no screws in this one. They've all broken off. Surprise, surprise on this one. Now, oh no, no sausage. No, nothing out of this. Oh, this has come off, hasn't it? Okay, it's making a noise. Yeah, it's making a noise. In fact, yeah. I think the PRC Vericap is had it on this one, and that's as loud as it goes. And it's very distorted. Yeah, that's full volume. And it's drawing 12 milliamps. And we'll do the other one. Yeah, it's quite interesting looking at the differences in these. This has got a different battery terminal here. So different screws in it. All those, that one broken off. Yeah, that one's broken off. And the plastic on this one is knackered as well. Although it's not knackered on this part here. I'd say this has been replaced. It's broken off and has been replaced along with the speaker. And yeah, definitely going to be able to make one good radio out of these two. And different, is that just different tape? That is an ATF 114, and this one is an ATF 114. So it's just different tape on them, and those little transformers. Yeah, that looks just like maybe it's just no, it's two, isn't it? It's got 1 and 2 written on it. Yeah. We've got, couple of subtle little differences. The transistors look cleaner on this one. These are a bit corroded, but if they're working, they're working. And yeah, so what time is it? 3:30. Yeah, I've got plenty of time. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to take everything out of both of these, I think, and put an original speaker back in this one. It looks like a nice little roller speaker, actually. I don't know, might leave that in there actually. That probably, when this is a bit smaller, that one's floating around the breeze. I'd say this has been dropped and then put away. Yeah. So it's an eeny, meeny, miny, mo with the two boards. Yeah. So I'm going to make an executive decision on the boards, and it will be this one's a bit shinier. That's muchness. I think I'm going to use this board and put this board into this case. Right. So I'll put this one aside for the moment. I'm pretty sure I've got the capacitors for this. Let's see what that one is. Might. Oh, it's an 80. That's weird. What's close to an 80? 80, 80, 80, 80. So those 4 80s. I wonder if a 100 or it's got to, 100's got to be better than these, hasn't it? Although 100 is 20% off. Yeah. So 47, then it jumps right up, doesn't it, to 100. Let's have a look, see what I've got. Um, 22, 33, 47. And really should have made the ones on the purple labels white, so they're clear. 510, 680, 160, 39. Yeah, 47. And it jumps up to 100. Let's have a look online. Right, yeah, this is the transistor number 4, BC547 or 2N4401. Okay. Let's ask Google. Okay, so Mauser has them. I think they're going to be big ones, like for air conditioning and that sort of thing. So let's follow this link. So, can we get, yeah, these are all motor run ones. Accessories, aluminium electrolytics. Get film ones. So, one result remaining. Great. And it's 360 volts. No, that's going to be huge. And at $50 each, no. Not spending $200 on 4 caps for this radio. Let's go back. So look at film capacitors. Okay, film capacitors, 450, yeah, 800, 300 volts, 400 volts, 400 volts, leakage, electrolytics, 150 volts, they're going to be big. Maybe $18 each though. Let's. Can you buy? Can you replace? Look at this. Equal to or higher. Two 47s in parallel. That won't fit in there. Cora. These are all start run capacitors. So solved. Yeah. Look at this on Reddit. Alternative. Yeah. I think we're going to have to try DigiKey. Products. Search for 100. 8. I should have done 80, shouldn't I? Aluminium. And there'll be a million of those. 180. Such a strange value, isn't it? Not 800. No. Aluminium. I suppose we can just do this, can't we? 80. What are our voltages? 60 volts, 150. And 35 volts, that would be 63 volts. 50 volts. Yeah, these are all large type ones. Far too big for that radio. Although that's one there, isn't it? It's a nice C brand too. Photo flash. 80 UF. 330 volts. Yeah, that's way too high voltage. That's for a flash gun. We've got, those are all obsolete. 450, 150, yeah. $250 volts. Okay. It looks like 100s then. Just put in something random. Say yes. Yeah. Let's see if we can buy them. You can replace it. Yeah. Okay. Right. So it looks like we're going to have to put in 100s. applications is acceptable or beneficial. Power supplies, it's generally fine. Take this all with a grain of salt. Polarity, polarized, yeah. ESR. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a 100. Okay. Right. And yeah. So I'm going to go and have a drink. Get a drink. It's getting very dry in here. And I woke up the last couple of days with a very sore throat. So we'll just put this here.
Son, and he'll be playing for the first 11.
Oh wow, okay. Gee, you must be you're pretty good.
Don't play any music.
No, I'm rubbish. I don't know how I played with him. I played with him at school.
You're back
that's right.
in a moment.
In the backyard, out on the road. Yeah.
Something like that.
All right, and just before I let you go, well, welcome to Australia. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Well, how do you feel about it? It's a bit warm, I know.
Yeah, a little bit warmer. I'd say it's a bit nicer down south than it was up north. The people are anyway.
Well, that, yeah, you're quite right. That thing you see up in the sky, that big ball of flame, that's called the sun.
Yeah, we don't get that in Manchester.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Nice.
And Tommy, last thing that I wanted to ask you is somebody sent a text in saying that Bradman couldn't handle today's bowlers.
I did not watch enough of Don Bradman to make any sort of comments on that, but I think if he got through, if he developed in the current game, I'm sure he would have found a way around it. But I reckon if Don Bradman of old were to be stuck in now, I think he might struggle a little bit. But as I say, I didn't watch enough of Don Bradman. I don't want to make too many strong comments to all the Australian listeners.
Well, mate, welcome to Australia. Congratulations on the win, but and enjoy it, because it might be another 15 years before you get another.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I hope you're wrong.
Wonderful, thank you. That's Tommy Lamb from the Barmy Army, 18 years old. Travelled 17,000 k's to be here, which is not that unusual, but what is unusual, it took him 4 months to get here. It's 724 1300 222 774 is the phone number. Now, there is an upside to what had happened. So the concern was that the game only went for 2 days. Obviously, you don't get 3, you don't get 4, and you don't get the possibility of 5. And with that comes a lot of money that is lost by Cricket Australia. And with that is a lot of food that was already prepared and ready to be sold to patrons. But unfortunately, there's no one there to sell it to. However, what we did hear is that a large amount of food that was to be sold to patrons has been donated to a wonderful organisation, Second Bite. Matt Rifle is...
Okay. Yeah. Didn't think about the food wastage. Yeah. They must have really lost millions doing only having that test for 2 days. They really must have. Okay. Now this looks like a really quite simple, straightforward removal process. And yeah. Oh, this had the dodgy PVC, didn't it? 00239. And this one's 06038. So this one's much later. Build. So I need serial number 239. Wow. But it looks as though we can change the PVC. Yeah. Didn't think of that. So let's fire this up again. I must change this too, before I keep on confusing myself. It's on a multimeter. So that's full volume. Yeah, this is quite noisy. All right. So we'll turn this off. In fact, we'll bring that back up to the racing station. Yeah. Okay. No, we won't use this board then. And it does look like it's easy enough to swap. It's on a separate bracket. There's only 2 connections to it. Yeah. That's interesting. There's only 2, no, there's 3 connections to this. 1, 2, and then another one right down underneath. Would be nice to get this going, given that it's such a low low serial number. Okay, we'll pull this out and we'll have a look underneath. So if there's been some shenanigans going on underneath. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty rusty, this one. And they should just pull out, yep. It should come out easy enough. And I can always change the sticker, can't I? Cheat. And that switch isn't going to come out easily. It's riveted in. Yeah. No, I think I'll do the other one. I was just thinking then, I would have delivered that newspaper. Not that particular copy of it, but I would have delivered those because I used to. Oh no, 79. I wouldn't have done that. No, I was driving by then. Well and truly had my license. Okay. I'm going to screw up here. And screw there. One under here. And one down there. So let's get going on it. It's a strange mix of slotted and cross ones. In fact, no, they're going to hold the dial in place. But this one, that doesn't hold the chassis, and this one does. So we've got just two screws, one there and one here. I think that's going to have our chassis come out. Yeah, that's loose. And yeah, that was really loose too. Now we'll put these in here. A plum. You see, quite nice and soft. Is this going to lift out? No. Something else holding it in place. I wonder if you have to undo these. That was really loose too, but it's a bit tight to undo. That's not holding that as such. There'll be something with the dial pointer too, or maybe not. Those on the side. That's coming up there. Something is holding this in. I can't quite see what. Maybe it is those screws. Let's loosen these off a bit. Yeah, these have been out as well. Won't take them right out, but no, that's just the dial plate. What's stopping it? Something in the middle. Ah, this thing. Yeah, this standoff and the... Oh, that one's good. Is that going to come out? Yep. And we'll need to pull this up and out. It's held in by muck. That is not held in by anything. So that's broken off there. Yeah. Might be able to take it off of this one and put on this one. And yeah, there we go. Okay. And what does it look like underneath? Yeah, typical. Lots of wires hiding things. This roller speaker is not a very good fit at all. Yeah, this, I mean, it should be out here. Yeah, that's definitely going to have to be replaced with that speaker. And yeah, I want everything off of this so I can wash this and scrub it and repair it. What's this little thing? A little switch or something here. I wonder if that's out of that switch. It's been soldered on the back. And it's got a minus in it, or is that just a dent? Yeah, it's got a minus on it. I'm not sure what that is. Take the speaker out. And a little bit of glue holding this. It's really attached. What's that attached to? Well, it's just glue, but yeah, I might have to cut this with the cutters. Don't want to damage the speaker. There we go. That was hanging on for dear life. And I'll show you in a moment. It's got quite interesting writing on the little packing piece. And this is really loose too. Someone's definitely been in here and had a look at it and decided, no, too hard. And we've got those other two. Where's the other? Just had the screwdriver. There he is. Is that glued in there, or is it just paper? It's just paper in there. I have to put some JB Weld or something behind it. And this one. wires glued in down the bottom. Not for long. There we go. Now all we have to do is take the meter out. Oh, it's interesting. Oh no, I know what that is. Crosshead, yeah. Resort to our little screwdriver here. These are probably glued in as well. Geez, that's tight. Like this one. Yep. No, they're not coming out anytime soon. We'll just have to undo the wires, I guess. If this is the same. Now the wires coming off the black one. And the red one. Too tight for that. And I hate these little screws that are not crossheads. That's out. That's out. Okay. So we take this. And we're going to get that out. That's interesting. It's riveted in. I'm just going to have to chop that and then put another couple of wires on it, resolder it. Where's our cutters hiding? In fact, that's just soldered on there. Oops. It's all right. Right. Now, you can see what sort of condition the speaker is in. Really filthy. It doesn't look. Why do things look much better on the camera? Yeah. And it's got, I don't know whether you can read that. Yeah, it's got Peters on it. It's an icy pole stick. The old Peters symbol or trademark. Ice cream. Okay. Right. Now, yeah, absolutely filthy here from this. So this is the inside, and it's got a light in it too. That wire is for a light. That's horrible paper. So we'll put something better in there. And we'll also build up these screw holes so we can put it back in properly, and this one as well. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get the meter out. It's got a little strength meter there and battery check meter down there. And this should clean up all right. It's better than the other one. I don't know whether that's... Oh yeah, that's just on top. Something. Yeah. Right. 4:15. It's just a pity about the aerial. Don't know where I'm going to find another one of those, but that's nice. Missing the screw from the tuning. And there's all sorts of little bits of wire and rubber falling out of it. That little piece of plastic. This little tiny washer. There's the screws. We'll put these in here. Otherwise we'll lose those for sure. They're wood screws. Yeah. Yeah, what's this? This is a little tiny spring. Oh, that must be out of the switch. Right. It's 27 degrees in here. It's getting very warm. So I'm just going to do these two capacitors here, the 80s. What voltage are they? 6 volts. Right. So let's look for 100. 116. Yep. 100 at 16 volts. Okay. What's this scale doing? It's gone from midnight. 100 at 16 volts, 100 at 10 volts, 100 at 25. Definitely don't want 50 volt ones, as everything falls down. touched that and it fell down. 135. No, we're going to do 110. Shouldn't make any difference. So they're only 6 anyway, aren't they? Okay, we'll change the camera angle just for fun. So it's there and there. This will be pretty easy. So plus is out. And I'll put the pen. That's a red one. Don't want that. Did I just put that black pen? Oh, there it is. Okay. Plus. Of course, these are marked the wrong way round compared to today's capacitors. Now I know these tracks are not very good, so we'll have to be very careful, and we'll use the solder wick. Get that out of the way. Where did I bury the solder wick? There it is. Haven't got much left of this. Definitely have to water some more. So I'm not going to use the solder gun on this. Turn off. It's putting out quite a bit of heat. Why is this all tangled up? Haven't touched it. Just laid that on top. Right. Yeah. Put a bit of flux on that actually. Wonder what that was. That's the next door neighbour doing something very loud. Don't know whether you heard that through the wall. I mean, he's built these huge sheds out the back of his house. He's got about what now? Yeah, that's how it should. What now? Yeah, that's how it should come off. Come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so... Right. Almost put soldering iron in the drink. And... can we lever this up? No. Didn't think so. Yep. straight, and straight this one up. Come on. Stop turning around. I just want you to come up. There we go. And snip these off. Huh. It's got a little bit of charge left in it. The speaker just made a grumbling noise. And these radios never put out any bass anyway. Ooh, that's really hot. Why is that hot? That's really hot. It wasn't even connected. So, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that one has leaked like a sieve. So positive out. Now I'm going to have to clean that off, I think. Find a bit of tissue. Yeah, this is pretty filthy. And why is that hot too? Yeah, look at that. It's, yeah. Just went to Bunnings today and I bought some paint for the little yellow, not yellow, it will be yellow, that little Sony cylinder radio. So that's a bit cleaner anyway. It's pretty disgusting. Yeah, so 100. And these are again audio caps. Why am I using audio caps? KT audio caps. What's he doing out there? That's that one. It's the meter, isn't it? Yep. Yep. That before it shorts something. Good. Nice. And nice. This is so much better quality than the AWA little transistor we did yesterday. as usual, I'm going to connect it up as we go along. If I can find, there's the positive. That's interesting. Didn't leave the. Oh, here it is. So this is the positive, and make sure nothing's touching there. How does that get in? How did that get in there? Twist it around that about 5 times. And the black one. And yeah, did we? I can't remember whether we did this one or not. I'll clean out the volume control anyway. Right, so this should be a bit louder. A bit clearer. This one wasn't, this just wasn't very loud, this one. This was sort of alright. Okay, looks like we're all good to go. And nothing. How weird. It's drawing about the same amount of current. Wow, that is very unusual. I'm sure I haven't got the polarity the wrong way around. It's positive and that's positive. I can hear it making noise. I wonder if the power probably goes through here. Does it? Yeah. That was just the meter not being connected. And again, that's full volume.
Second, third in thermal heat, fourth home was right path. From Burma Star, Moons at Night, next in was Toothpick and Daredevil, 22 and 16 the time. It's a good win. Free State, the winner, breaks through at start 10.
Well, that's a lot louder. That is full volume, but it's a lot louder than it was before. Okay, let's do the next one. Turn this off. So remember the meter has to be shorted out. So the other one is here. And is that going to be, and so that's positive down there, so we'll put negative up there. there. Should be these two here. And do the same thing. Where did I put the... There it is, fall down there. Yep, put some flux on there. And actually, no, try not. Ooh, this is really getting close to the end. Yeah. Do have two other rolls, but they're not as good a quality as this was or is. Yeah. So Chem Tools stuff made in America. And this is going to Bernie's Bernie. The way. It's up there. Right. I can hear the speaker again. And I'll do this one. Yep, okay. That's really nice and clean. Again. And we need our screwdriver or something to get underneath it. Don't touch the wire, Andrew. Yeah, this has been done before. Someone's been in here before. They haven't changed any of the components. They've just changed the speaker over. Because half the wires here are burnt. These are all the original capacitors. If I can get this isn't quite sharp enough. There we go. Can I get into this one? Yep. Good. And where's it's gone down, has it? Is it out? Well, there it is. False impressions on things. And this is loose, and it's quite hot actually. Again. And this one's out. So that there. This one, that one looks a little bit healthier. This one, yeah, that one's leaked. Now can we get this? Oh yeah. Really goes over there, and we'll get our spray in and clean it. Yes, it gets quite hot. The hottest part of the day is actually 5 o'clock here. That was the mark I put on it, wasn't it? So there's minus up there. Okay, let's put another 100 audio cap in. These I shouldn't be using in these radios, so they're relatively expensive. But you can notice the sound difference in a good amplifier. There, out the way. The soldering on this one is far superior to the AWA we did yesterday. And this one. And how you're sitting in there. Good. This count on the live chat thing on the monitor saying people are coming in and out all the time. One stage it was 10 and then it was 3 a second later, then it was back up to something else, and yeah, it's all over the place. So I don't really know what's going on. I mean, yesterday's stream on the TV it said 85 1 hour ago, and on the computer it said 5, and on the phone it said 22 or something. So the YouTube servers must be different for the phone, for the TV and the computer or the desktop. Okay, now separate all these out again so that make sure they don't short. It's getting into a big knot here. Has this got into a big knot? Anyway, let's make sure that doesn't touch. There's plastic on that. So that's all right. Here we go. And these have to touch each other, don't they? What? Nothing. Ooh, that's getting hot again. What am I doing, or is it my fingertip? That's not. It must be my fingertip. Now, that is weird. Just change that capacitor and it stopped working. Nothing's touching here, but how weird. Sure, I didn't put that one in back to front. Did I? And we're drawing our usual current. So that's, yeah, that's negative and that's positive. I don't get it. That is there. These are not touching. Absolutely nothing. I've not done anything. I don't get this. This is really bizarre. Nothing is touching apart from that. That capacitor is the right way round, I'm sure. Not even making clicking noise. I mean, the switch is, but the speaker's not making any noise. Absolutely nothing. What have you done, Andrew? Have you got the capacitor the right way round? Maybe you haven't. Well, there's one way to find out, I guess, and that is to put another capacitor across it. They're all high voltage ones. Got this one down here, haven't we? Yep, try this. This is 1000 at 35, but it shouldn't really do anything. So, and it made a clicking noise then. So we'll turn that around. I can hear that. And this is the way it's connected up. So there is power getting into it. Sort of like that meter's not connected properly, but must be. Yeah, this is really strange. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, we'll swap this capacitor around then. Looks definitely the right way around. What's he doing next door? Okay. So let's see if we can just pull this one straight out. So I can bend the leads over. That one is out. Come on. You know you want to come out. Right, that's out. I think. Yeah. So turn it back on again. Untangle these. That's got a knot again. How did that get a knot? That wasn't actually moved anywhere. That's connected up. That's connected up. These are not touching. Touching now. Power back on. Nothing, of course. And turn it around and just see. No, not that way. Yeah, okay. That was more promising. So I'll just, so we can hold it here. Still nothing. What have I killed? Me no understand a. It's getting power. How strange. Just don't understand that. Well, I'll put the other one back in. 80 at 6 volts. Still making those noises. And it is. Just don't understand this. I disconnected something over there. That looks, it's not shorted out. Turn it off. And that's not, and that is dangerously close, but it's not touching. So that goes through to the power in this switch here, or this plug here. And that's got 3 wires on it. Goes to that. Goes to that. No, it's not connected in any way. There's one of the transistors died again. There's no transistors around there. It's just the capacitor. And a resistor. That resistor goes to that, and this goes nowhere. Or does that connect to that transistor? No. So the transistor is over here, and they've got a empty trace there, but there's no solder on that. And that's got an empty thing there and there. They're just for different components. And we've got a spare one here. It's definitely getting power through it. Is that definitely needs a little clip or something to hold those together? Right. Sure that's not touching anything. Come on. I'm about to give up for the evening anyway. So it's getting very hot in here. Even though I've got the fan on, there's just so much equipment running that's putting out heat. Yeah, it's 30 degrees in here. Right, they're definitely connected together. And yeah, that looks like one track. Wonder. That's that one. And I can hear the speaker. Actually, that's making noises. Okay, so positive down the bottom. Ah, that is really weird. Okay, I'll ponder this tomorrow morning. It's getting too hot in here. And I'm not sweating or anything like that, but it's quite close heat. I feel like it's oppressive. Yeah, that looks like it's definitely meant to be connected. Across there. I just join those up again. Or is it meant to be connected? You can see a trace underneath there. So it's definitely meant to be connected across there. And that is definitely the right way around. Yeah, I can touch it over here. It's making the noise. Not very loud, but making a noise. I can just about hear static, I think. Ooh, got a loose wire or something. And quite a loud noise then. Wonder if it's this switch over here. Yeah, that switch is getting through, isn't it? This is very strange. Okay. And that's still making the noise without the capacitor. Alright, let's spray some stuff down there. Clean this switch. So all the muck flies out of it. And which way up was it? This way. It's completely dead. Well, it's not completely dead, but it's not picking any that station up again. How bizarre. Yeah, how bizarre. Okay, I'm giving up. Thanks for everyone who's called in today and had a look. Yeah, it's been a bit of a marathon today. Although I could probably go for another hour if it wasn't so hot in here. But that has got me stumped. So all I did was take the capacitor out and put a new one in. And I did it here and it worked fine. So it's not anything that I've done. And the power was off when I did it. So yeah. That's really, really odd. I didn't move it around all that much. And I made sure nothing was touching over here. They're connected together. There's nothing over this side. Yeah, that is really bizarre. I've always got the other one to fall back onto, so anyway, I'm going to make some dinner and I will speak to you, what's tomorrow, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday tomorrow, so I'll speak to you tomorrow and I'll turn it off and we're ending the stream now. Bye.